Hey guys, I just wanted to get on and just kind of share some of my thoughts with you tonight and some of the things that the Lord is working in me for sure. And I always just love to be transparent. I don't really honestly know how else to be. So I just want to kind of invite you into what the Lord has been really showing me tonight. Um, the greatest commandment that the Lord gave us, it's found in Matthew chapter 22, verse 37. It's the greatest commandment. And Jesus said, above all things, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength. That was the first and number one most important thing. And the second thing he told us to do was to love one another as ourselves. And, I don't think that loving God is the hardest thing, right? I love God, and he loves us so much, and he shows that daily. And he pursues us, and he never stops. It's relentless. He never stops pursuing our heart. It's easy to love God. It's easy to fall more in love with God daily. I find the hardest thing is to love people, and I'm just being real with you. I do love people, and I have a soft heart, but it gets difficult when people intentionally wrong us, when people hurt us, people betray us, when they gossip, when they lie, when they spread malice, when they leave you, when they hurt you. It's tough to love them, isn't it? It's hard. And, I don't buy that everyone just can love, because it just doesn't work that way, at least not for me. So I guess I can't really speak for anybody else, but, something that the Lord has to work with me on. And, we can't love God without loving people, because if we really love God, then we gain his heart, and then we just want to love people. So I want to love people, but there's moments and seasons where I really struggle and I battle, and usually, I went through a lot of dirt and a lot of crap. And, I'm a fighter, and naturally, if I'm wronged, I'll let you know how it is, and then I'm out. I peace out, and that's it. There's no second chance. There's no nothing. And, I'm really, really feisty, and that can be good or bad. It's good when we use it for the Lord, and it's bad when we use it to break people. And for a long portion of my life, I knew how to break people, and I knew how to, I was ruthless, and, but I was in survival mode. It's how I survived, it's how, I learned how to survive by constantly fighting and just destroying whatever I thought, could potentially hurt me. And if I was hurt, then I made sure that you were hurt worse, and I didn't know how else to do it. I was so damaged, I was so broken, and I was just a fighter, And the Lord began convicting me of that, of, Ali, you have to have a heart for the people, and I think one of the biggest things that the Lord's really been able to show me and bring truth to in my life, that I hope I can help this with you, is, it's easier to love people when we understand that it's actually the enemy who we're at war with. We're actually fighting the enemy, not people, right? Our enemy is not people. The Word of God in Ephesians, it says that your battle, your war, is not against flesh and blood. It's not against each other. It's against the principalities of darkness, so evil, the devil, demonic things. It's against hell. And all too often, we start to see things in the natural, and we don't take the time to ask God to show us what's really going on. So we begin fighting each other, so that there's no love, there's no unity. And the Word of God says love covers all. Love conquers all. And so the enemy gets us all, in division and against one another, when we realize, man, we should be fighting the enemy. We should be, angry that the enemy is using this thing to destroy us and to put division between us. So I think it's hard to love people, and it's hard to stay in that mindset, and that's why we need grace. And the Word of God says his grace is sufficient. His grace is sufficient no matter what it is, no matter where you are. His grace is sufficient for you. In 2 Corinthians, his Word even says, my power is made perfect in your weakness. So whenever we're weak, whenever we feel like, God, I can't do this on my own, because you can't do it on your own, that's when he's like, I know. And so I get to be glorified all the more in that thing. So invite me into the circumstance and watch me turn things around. And man, I just want to encourage all of us that we have to love people. And I understand it's not always easy. We don't have to like them. The Word of God does not say like. I've read it. It says love. We need to love people. And we do that by fighting the enemy, not fighting people. Okay? I love you guys so much. I'm praying for you, man. Pray for me too. I'm right there with you. All right. I love you guys. I'm always praying for you. I'll talk to you soon.